Hello, everybody. Welcome back to All New Nerds. We're here. This is the finale of Mando. It's been quite a journey. We're recording this obviously before the episode. So we're just gonna kind of go into our predictions, our theories on what's gonna happen, and yeah, it's gonna be a good time. If you please watch the whole video because you don't want to miss anything, obviously, and subscribe and like the video. And that would really help us out. So, I am, of course, joined with Dylan. What's up, buddy?
Not much, man. How you doing?
I'm all
We got
right.
a big episode coming.
Big episode, dude. Yeah. So yeah, let's get into it.
Okay.
So it has been reported, or it's been basically confirmed by Pedro Pascal that this episode will be directed by none other than Peyton Reed.
Ant-Man.
What are your thoughts on it? I know you know my thoughts, but
I think he did a good job for episode 2 of season 2. Although it was just kind of controversial because it was unrelated to the plot.
Yeah, it was like the.
But this one can't be unrelated from the plot because it's the final episode. I don't really know what to expect. I'm fine with Peyton Reed, I guess. I was kind of hoping it would be John or, I don't know, maybe like Taika or something. But I think he'll do it great. You know, they got good writers behind this. John and Dave will keep him in track. They'll tell him what they need from him. And I think he'll get it done. What do you think?
Similar. I'm not the biggest fan of Peyton Reed. Obviously, I guess that's kind of offensive to him. But yeah, I just find his work extremely mediocre. He just doesn't quite get there for me, like, in anything I've seen of his. Like and it's kind of like forgettable stuff, I guess, because, like, I would argue the most forgettable episode of this season is his episode 2. It was fun. His stuff is fun. It's just, like, not very memorable, and he just, I don't know. It's just, he doesn't quite get there for me. But obviously, I'm looking forward to the finale regardless. And you know what? I hope he surprises me. I really do. I hope he changes my mind on him with this finale. I really hope he knocks it out of the park. Because right now I'm just like I'm a little on edge, like, with him directing this. I mean, obviously I know it's John and Dave's story and all that, but anyways, yeah. So I'm not the biggest fan of him overall, and we'll see. I hope he surprises me. So.
Me too.
Yep. So moving on. I know we've talked about this for like 2 weeks now. Kamino. What do you, now that we're like a day away, what do you think?
It's all lining up for Kamino. We're in, we got Boba. We're in the right sector or area. That's definitely a conscious decision by Dave and the other writers to put him in that area.
Yes.
I don't know, Dr. Pershing and the cloning patch. They're literally going to Dr. Pershing. I don't know where else in that area would make sense to go to if you're trying to clone a child, which they are, which is a confirmed thing, or not clone the child, but extract his blood or whatever,
right,
to put into a clone. So it is clone related, and it's gonna tie into Boba, and it'll be great. It'll be awesome, and I think we're definitely getting Kamino at this point.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, obviously we've been on this for like a couple weeks now, but I want it so badly. Kamino is my favorite planet in all of Star Wars, and obviously we're seeing it in the Bad Batch, which is hype. But anyways, I just don't see how they could not do it. Like, it's all set up. Like, even like you said, Dr. Pershing's patch on his arm is a Kamino cloning patch. There was one other point that I wanted to make. Now I can't think of it. Yeah, I don't know. Well, whatever. Yeah, on the map that we saw from last episode, Kamino's in that area on the star map. I just don't. And oh yeah, I remember my point. Okay, so they could go to a different planet, but I don't know why they would, because Kamino already has a cloning facility that I would not, that I would imagine would be repurposed for, like, the Empire would repurpose it, and we're probably gonna see that in the Bad Batch. Also, I don't know why they would build a whole new one, like a couple planets away, when they have one on Kamino. It's just it doesn't. Yeah. So, I don't see how they could not do it. You know.
It all revolves around clones, and that's the cloning facility. So yeah. I think they're totally gonna do it.
I do too, and I really fingers crossed. There's another thing I wanted to talk about. Like, do you think we'll get some? I feel like we're gonna get some like ship, like the Star Cruiser stuff. I feel like they might break into it at first, and we might end up on Kamino, or there might be some kind of like air combat, like aerial combat. We'll get some Slave One like versus X-Wings a little more. Or sorry, TIE Fighters a little more. And I think they might eventually go to like land on Kamino. I don't know. Do you think we'll see some of that, or do you think we'll just go right to Kamino?
The only thing that worries me about potentially not seeing Kamino is that they stop them before they get there. Yeah. And then it's just like a ship thing that I don't think they can fill up. I think this episode's supposed to be like 57 minutes, right?
Yeah,
I don't know if they can fill up 57 minutes of them just getting the ship into the ship, you know?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I hope we just go right to Kamino, honestly. I mean, like, we've seen some aerial combat, obviously not like too much, but you know, I hope we just go right there.
Unless it's like it ends and they're like, where's he going? And it's like Kamino. Yeah. Or they land on Kamino or something. Yeah, right. But I don't see that happening.
Yeah. We'll see.
Anything could happen.
Yeah. Who do you think? Do you think there'll be any, or do you think Mando will pick up anybody else for his crew to get Grogu back?
Well, so yeah, there's 3 contenders, obviously, which is Ahsoka, Cobb Vanth, and Bo. I don't know if he'd necessarily go to pick. If he's not picking anyone up, then there's obviously no Cobb Vanth. Yeah. I could potentially see bo-katan or bo-katan just happen I'm like to be there.
Yeah. I think
going after Moff Gideon.
Yeah, I don't think
she has like a whole fleet coming after him, or trying to get like working up an entire like, you know, like squad to come get him. Yeah. And so I could totally see them meeting them there. I mean, it would be a little coincidental. And then Ahsoka either with Bo, or he goes to Ahsoka who calls Bo. And then I don't know. What do you think?
I see. Yeah, I don't think Din's gonna pick Bo up necessarily. I think she's gonna also, because she's also looking for Moff Gideon in the Darksaber, so it just makes sense from a story standpoint and like how we kind of left it off on episode 3, to go there, and I think I think Din's gonna probably be like, gonna be like, hey, I found Moff Gideon. I know you're looking for the Darksaber, so if you want to come, then come. So that's what I see happening. I think Bo is for sure gonna be in this episode. Like, I'm pretty, I can say that with confidence.
It'd be weird for a non-Star Wars fan to be watching the season, or like a Star Wars fan but doesn't know who Bo-Katan is, and see her in that one episode and then not see her again.
Yeah, and they set it up like she's coming back. And the thing with Cobb Vanth, they kind of set that up the same thing, and that's why I think he's coming back. But the thing with Cobb is, because they leave it kind of, Din and him, they leave it like, I hope our paths cross again. Yeah. So I don't know. That's like a dead giveaway to me. Yeah. So I could see him picking up Cobb, and it'd be interesting to see Boba and Cobb Vanth talk. Like, I want to see that interaction. Because obviously, you know, he's had his armor for however many years. Like 5 years? Yeah. So, yeah. And then the thing with Ahsoka, obviously I want her back. We obviously know she's having a series now. I just don't see it working out in the story that this season's trying to tell. Because I think there's going to be another Jedi that we'll get into. I don't see her coming back, but if she did come back, she's got to bring Rex, or she's got to bring Sabine. Which I want to see Rex more than anything in live action. Tamora Morrison's already in the show. It would make sense. It would work. And Rex being on Kamino again would be something else. Mm-hmm. And but I don't see that happening realistically. But yeah.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know. They could pretty much grab anyone at this point.
All right.
So
yeah. So Bo, I'm pretty sure. Bo's gonna be in it. Cobb Vanth, more unlikely, but could happen. And Ahsoka, probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on, who do you think will die? Because I feel like, we had Queel in IG-11 last season. We've kind of worked up a crew here. At least someone's got to go, like one person.
Yeah.
So, who do you think?
The popular theory is Boba, and that's why they didn't talk about his show.
Right.
Because
I think that would...
one, if they said it was a sequel, or if it took place after, then he lives. Mm-hmm. And if it's a prequel, then, well, maybe he dies,
Yes.
And so, Boba's the popular theory, though I don't think he's necessarily deserved it in the show yet. I don't think, again, for people that, just kind of watch The Mandalorian, it would just be why does it matter that this character's dead,
I think he kind of, I think he goes outside kind of the general audience of Mando, but...
That's true.
I do see him dying, even though, he's only been a couple... I mean, I don't know, John, brought him back, John and Dave brought him back, and then to kill him off in the end, after 3 episodes...
Right.
I don't know, I could lean either way with it, honestly, I don't know. Another possibility that could happen is Boba could maybe turn on Din. I mean,
that would suck. Yeah,
that would suck. But
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to it, but
right. I think we're gonna have a grim ending. I think this is gonna be like an Empire Strikes Back season.
Yeah.
So I mean, a possible kind of twist could be Boba was working for Gideon and something like that, but I just don't see that happening because they haven't even teased that at all, and I feel like it would just come out of absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, true.
So I just don't see it really happening, but it could. But Boba, I think he's. I could lead either way. Another person. I feel the same way about it, but maybe Fennec Shan.
Yeah, she could totally die.
I just don't know why they do it again
she's
after.
Cool, but yeah. I don't know. What do you think about potentially Mando or Grogu dying? It would be a risky move, but
that would be huge. That'd be huge.
Yeah.
I think
definitely.
I think one of them is gonna get severely injured, like a limb, or just something we kind of leave them in a spot where oh no, we don't know what's gonna happen to them.
Yeah.
More likely Din, but again I don't think they'll die. I don't think they'll kill off their title characters or Mando and then
no, me neither.
And then Grogu. Do you think Moff Gideon will die?
That's the thing. They're teasing Thrawn, and Thrawn is definitely a bigger bad than Moff Gideon.
Yeah, he's gonna be the big bad. I feel like of all these 3 shows now.
Yeah. So I don't know, because Thrawn would absolutely wipe the floor with Moff Gideon.
Yeah,
if he had to.
I feel like if Moff Gideon was to die, it'd be at the hands of Thrawn.
Yeah, and so if Moff Gideon dies, then it's definitely maybe not at the hands of Thrawn, but then Thrawn will take his place as the bad guy of the show.
I could see that.
I mean, and I could totally see Thrawn killing Moff Gideon as well. He's just using him as a means to an end.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. Like
he could even show up in this last episode.
I know,
so.
I'm starting to feel that more and more.
Yeah.
Because I was even thinking down to like those character posters that we get. Like, we gotta have someone at the end of all this, like at least one person for this. Because there's gotta be a character poster of one person, and it's gotta be someone new.
Yeah, we've already got one.
Because we got Cobb, we got Bo, we got Ahsoka, we like Dan, obviously all the main characters, Fennec Shan, Boba. They all already have one. Moff Gideon already has one, so it's gotta be someone new. I'm telling you, it's gotta be Thrawn, which would blow my mind. Hopefully, played by Lars Mikkelsen, or Luke.
Yeah. Here's my thing with Luke. They have to bring him back one day, you know?
Right.
You can't just keep telling Star Wars stories without at least one day bringing back Luke Skywalker.
Yes.
Because he fills in such a large gap of Star Wars. If not Anakin, he is the story of Star Wars, you know?
Right.
Him and Anakin are the main characters of Star Wars.
Yeah.
And no matter how many spin-offs, they're always going to be related to Anakin and Luke Skywalker, the Skywalkers in general.
Right. Yeah, and I
don't know. He just has to come back one day, and why not? Like, if they're gonna, they might as well get us comfortable with Sebastian Stan now.
Yes, I agree. And I was even thinking if they do show him in this show, because we know that there's some series that were not announced at the Investors Day.
Yeah.
I would not even be surprised if, I don't know if they do it, but like a Luke series, something to do with Luke, something to do with him training Ben, something like that. Anyways, I think it's Luke. It's gotta be Luke. It literally cannot be any other Jedi. We've already talked about this before. I don't see any other Jedi realistically but Luke. It would not make sense. The story would not make sense without it being Luke. And
unless it's one of those other Jedi with Luke, you know? Like if it's like Cal for some reason with Luke, or if it's Ezra with Luke.
Nope. I don't agree with the Cal thing.
No, I don't exactly buy the Cal Kestis either, but
everyone's freaking out about Cal.
You gotta throw everything at the wall, man.
I know. I think Ezra will be introduced when Thrawn is introduced, and I possibly could be this episode, could be the finale, but I mean, again, we never know. I think Ezra's gonna be with Thrawn regardless, so I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could see him if we see Thrawn. We could see him, you know. But we have to have a new character, either Ezra, Luke, or Thrawn. One of those three, because we got to get those character posters and then those standees. Like they're going to do something big. We're going to have a big character introduced again. So
let's get it. I'm excited.
Yeah. The thing with Luke, obviously, they're not gonna leave this giant plot point of this season being the search for a Jedi. We got that with Ahsoka, but not really. And the Seeing Stone, Grogu obviously talked to somebody. It has to be Luke. Luke tracked him through the Force. It's got to be Luke. And the thing with Thrawn, he could easily come into this episode as well, and Ezra accompanying him. The Luke thing I see as well. Now I don't know if they're gonna be in this episode not entirely, but they'll show up in this episode and have a significant role, or they'll be in credit, or they'll be end credit scenes. What do you think?
Yeah, you never know. They gotta have something in the end credit, like they did it with Moff Gideon.
The Darksaber,
the Darksaber.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We gotta get some big characters. I don't see how they could not. And Sebastian Stan has been fan casted as Luke for the beginning of time. I remember there was this thing I saw I was looking at recently. I was kind of just looking up Sebastian Stan and all that stuff, and there was this Good Morning America interview with Mark Hamill for The Last Jedi, but whatever. And they were even saying they had a whole not report, but a kind of question section of his interview about Sebastian Stan, and Sebastian Stan was made a video for Mark Hamill being this is your son, because they look exactly alike. So I know Disney is aware of this, of how similar they look. So I don't I see it happening. I see the Sebastian Stan thing happening.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So.
Me too.
Yeah. Anyways, how do you think this season will end? We'll finish on that. How do you think this is gonna end?
So I think Mando is gonna be at an all-time low. He's not going to have saved Grogu. One of his friends are gonna die.
Yeah.
Which is likely, in my opinion.
Yep.
And we're going to get Luke Skywalker, who's the new hope for Mando. And he shows up, and he's ready to go help Mando save Grogu.
I agree. I think we're going to have the same effect that the end of Infinity War had.
Yeah.
Because I was like, at the end of Infinity War, like I was like, I that hit me. I was like, whoa, like this is massive, and I feel like we're gonna have that same kind of feeling for this season. I think we're gonna, and it's gonna suck because we're gonna have to wait a year. We know that in December, Mando season 3 is gonna come back. It's gonna be sad. It's gonna be that same feeling of Infinity War, like that drastic, like whoa, kind of feeling,
I think so too.
and expect some sadness, but I feel like I feel like maybe I know Din and Grogu will be definitely reunited, like they'll be together for a couple minutes.
Yeah, and then
maybe
he'll probably get taken.
Right. If the Thrawn idea still stands, maybe like also we kind of forgot. We'll mention this quick. There's gonna be a fight. Moff Gideon's gonna fight someone with a Darksaber. It's either Din or Bo or both. We'll just get that out of the way. The thing with Gideon, maybe he could like die or get or like knocked out or whatever, something. And Grogu and Din gets Grogu back. And then Thrawn comes down, and he's the one who takes Grogu back, and then that's how they kind of leave it, and like
he just crushes him.
Yeah, crushes him. So, fingers
excited,
crossed
man.
for all
It's
this.
gonna be fun.
We have to be right about at least one thing.
At least one thing.
It's
here. Just like a black screen the whole time, and it just like
exactly.
I don't know.
We have to be right about at least one thing. So, yeah. Do you have anything else? What else you got?
No, I think we literally said probably everything that could potentially happen.
All
and
my
stuff
ideas
that likely won't happen. So
yeah. Either way, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be big. So all right, we'll wrap up. Thank you guys for watching the whole video. If you have anything else that we didn't talk about, let us know in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. And we will see you guys on Monday for our breakdown of the finale. So be sure to subscribe to not miss that. And we'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.
All right, see ya.